You spent years building that email list, and the moment results dipped, you let it go quiet. The list did not die, you killed it. Hello everyone, my name is Lucas, product and deliverability expert here at Warmy, and welcome to Warmy.io's YouTube channel. There is something most marketers do without even noticing that quietly destroys more email programs than bad copy, bad offers, or bad timing ever will. They abandon their own list. They run a campaign, results soften, engagement dips. And instead of treating that list like a living asset, they slowly stop sending to it. A week becomes a month becomes a quarter. And by the time anyone opens that file again, it feels safer to just buy a new one or start fresh on a different domain. The assumption is that the list got tired, but the truth is that mailbox providers get suspicious. And while you were waiting for the right moment to come back, an entire reputation system was rewriting how it sees you. So if you have ever wondered why a perfectly good list suddenly performs like a cold one, it is because you still need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell. I got you there, didn't I? But now thinking about it, is there actually a way to wake a list back up without burning the domain it lives on? To understand what is really happening, picture the inbox as a system that never stops watching. Every time you send, providers like Gmail, Outlook, and Yahoo are studying how recipients react. Opens, replies, archives, deletions without opens, spam complaints, and the rhythm of your sending itself all feed into a picture of who you are as a sender. That picture is your sender reputation and lives at the domain level, the IP level, and increasingly at the content and template level too. When you send consistently to people who engage, that picture sharpens in your favor. Your placement improves, and your emails land where human beings actually look. But when you go quiet, the picture does not pause politely, waiting for your return. It decays. Providers interpret silence as uncertainty. And trust me, uncertainty in email is rarely read in your favor. The list itself is decaying at the same time. Inboxes change, people switch jobs, abandoned addresses get recycled into spam traps, and engaged subscribers slowly forget who you are. When you finally come back and hit send to that same file, you are not waking a list up. You are waking a mix of dead addresses, traps, and lukewarm contacts. And you are doing that with a domain that providers no longer recognize as an active, trusted sender. Bounces spike, complaints rise, and within a single send, the filters decide you are behaving like someone who bought a list, even if every name on it opted in years ago. So if a single send can collapse years of legitimate list building, what does it actually take to come back without setting the whole thing on fire? What it takes is visibility, and that is what Warmy lives for. It shows you your sender reputation, your domain and IP health, your DNS and authentication signals, like SPF, decaying, and DMARC, and your real inbox placement across the major providers. Before you reactivate a dormant list, Warmy's email validation tool runs the file through a real send-based check, telling you which addresses are still alive, which bounce, which silently disappear, and which of them carry the kind of risk that can drag a reactivation campaign straight into spam. And through its Google Postmaster integration, Warmy shows you how Gmail itself perceives your sending behavior over time. So the decision to send is based on data instead of hope. Then, through automated warm-up activity that generates real engagement signals, Warmy rebuilds that reputation, the one you let go quiet. When you finally send to that list again, you are not arriving as a stranger. You are arriving as a sender that providers already recognize as healthy. The marketers who protect your results are the ones who understand that deliverability is not something you check before a campaign. It is something you maintain between campaigns, especially the ones you never send. So if your list has gone quiet, the next move is not a bigger subject line or a flashier offer. It is checking what your domain looks like to providers before you press send. And you can run that check yourself with a free deliverability test on Warmy.io, linked in the description. And since you now know more about your list than your last campaign did, the like, the subscribe, and the bell are waiting for you. So you keep getting smarter than the silence. Thank you so much for watching so far, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.